Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to be walking through the home renovation project tracker in both Google Sheets and Excel. If you have already purchased this template, thank you so much for your order and for supporting my business. And if you've just stumbled across this video and you have a home renovation project and you're looking for a tracker, I'm going to include the link below to the template. Feel free to purchase and follow along as well. I have the Google Sheets version open. If you're in Excel, that works too. Feel free to follow along in either, and we can go ahead and get started. So when you open up the template, this is going to be the first tab that you see. At the top, feel free to type in your project title, your project manager, if you have one. If you don't, feel free to leave it blank. The project start date and end date. Today's date is automatically going to pull for you, and then the percent complete is automatically going to calculate for you based on the project phases below, and then the days left to complete is automatically going to calculate for you as well. Down here in the main portion of this worksheet here, so it's basically going to be broken out into different phases of your project. Everything is color coordinated and everything is customizable. So as you are populating, feel free to rename each project phase. So just go ahead and type a new project phase name. And then you can also type over these tasks right here, and you can put in your own tasks names. So feel free to go ahead and do that. If you need more space, just go ahead and drag it over as well. It's all customizable. The status and priority column. So status is going to be the status of each task. So go ahead and choose one option. As you change the option, you'll see that they're all color coordinated. And then the priority is going to be low, medium, or high. So if the priority is high and say the status is on hold, that's just a really good visual that you need to get on it, essentially. The next columns are going to be the start of each task and then the due date of each task. The days column is going to be how long each task is estimated to take, and that's going to automatically calculate for you. And then if you do have contractors that you're working with, and say you have different contractors who are completing each task, go ahead and type in their contractor names right here. And then this description is going to be either a short description or notes. And then again, feel free, if you need more room, just go ahead and drag that column I over. The percent complete is going to be based on your assumptions of each task. So, say they're doing flooring today and you go downstairs and you see that they're about 50% done, go ahead and type 50% and push enter. The percent up here for each project phase is going to automatically calculate for you based on the percentages below that you add there. And then this days left to complete is going to follow you throughout each project phase, which is just a nice visual for each phase as well. So that's the first place that you're going to want to start, because a lot of your other tabs feed from this project tracking tab. So go ahead and fill all of this in. The next step is going to be your project timeline. So this is actually going to pull everything in from your project tracking. So you're going to see whatever your phase name is going to pull in here. All of your task names are going to pull in right here. Your start date, end date, and then the days. Everything is going to populate from your project tracking sheet. And then over here is going to be your Gantt chart. All of this is going to automatically populate for you as the start and stop dates change. So just for sake of example, on this first task right here, I'm going to update the start date on the project tracking tab to 1/5 instead of 1/2. And then on the project timeline, you're going to see that the blue over here on the Gantt chart updated automatically for you, as well as that start date. You can scroll over to see the Gantt chart as well. And then if you would like to go in the future. So in this case, the project start date is January of 23, and the end date is going to be June of next year. So there's a lot of weeks to this project. So say you want to see a week and a later date, go ahead and then just use this project week dropdown, change the day, and then you would see phases that fall in a later date of the project as well, which is really nice. So all of that's customizable, and then it's going to pull in the dates automatically as well. So one tip before I move on to the rest of this template, one tip I have for you. So say that you would like to either add another task or delete a task. You are actually going to do that in the project tracking sheet. So don't do anything in the project timeline, start with the project tracking. And for this case, I'm just going to, let's say we want to delete this third task. You are going to select the row entirely, you're going to right click, and then you're going to click delete row. So when you delete that row, you are also going to want to hop back to the project timeline and select the exact same row. You see that it's giving errors right now because it doesn't have anything to pull from. So you are going to right click and delete the same row, and then everything is updated and everything matches from the project tracking to the project timeline. Say you would like additional tasks. You are going to, and this is really important to add an additional task, you are going to click on the last task in the project phase that you would like to add another task to. You're going to right click and you're going to click insert one row above. It's really important to not click insert one row below. So go ahead and always click insert one row above. There we go. And then what you are going to do is select the row above the blank row that you just inserted, drag your cursor all the way from B to J. And then this little dot in the corner, you are going to hover over it until you see this cross. You're going to select that and pull down. And that's going to copy all the formulas behind the scenes to the next row. So then everything, the dropdown works, the priority, everything works effectively. You're also going to do the same thing. So you're going to go in the last task of this project phase, you're going to right click, click insert one row above. You are going to select this. So you're going to select column G all the way over through K. Click the little cross once you hover over that circle and paste it down. And then that's going to automatically update the Gantt as well for you. So it's really important just to follow that, because then everything is going to stay intact across your project tracking. So moving along to the next tab, the budget planner. So this is going to be a really great way just to track your budget of this project. This is really nice because everything for your budget is on one sheet. So you can track not only what you've budgeted, but also what you've saved, and then also your expenses and your transactions all in one sheet, which is really nice. So today's date, again, it's going to go ahead and calculate for you. The project start date is going to pull from project tracking, and your project end date is going to pull from the project tracking sheet as well. Your little countdown is going to automatically update for you, which is nice. Over here, I forgot to mention, feel free to throw a picture of inspiration just to kind of keep yourself motivated as well if you would like to, as well as your project name over here. And then scrolling down here. So you're going to my recommendation is to first start with a budget. So when you are looking at your budget, if you want to break out your budget by the category, essentially, so say it is the master bedroom and you want a budget for flooring and cabinets and walls, all the components that go into this project, feel free to use these columns over here and type in different budget categories, and then type in the amount that you would like to budget over here as well. Savings, you can do the exact same thing. My recommendation is when you get all of your categories from budget finalized, go ahead and copy those. So you can do Control C to copy, and then you're just going to want to paste them in savings over here, and go ahead and do Control V to paste. That way everything matches across the board. When it comes to expenses, so these expense categories often match, your budget and savings as well. So as you type in expenses over here, what's really nice is those categories are going to automatically create for you over here as well. So just for sake of example, let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to change this to custom category 1, 2, and then 3. And then you'll see in this drop down over here, it automatically updated to category 1, 2, and 3 because it's pulling from everything that you put in this expense column over here. So what's really nice is then you're able to track transactions over here, and then it's going to automatically update your amounts in the expense category. So there's no math involved with this. The only thing you need to do is put in the date of your transaction, how much you spent, attach it to the category, then it's going to automatically roll up to this expense column for you, and the percentages are going to automatically calculate, as well as the total down here for you as well. Feel free to add in any notes or a description, and the transactions go down for a long ways as well. So feel free to add more too. At the top then, once you start, filling in budget, savings, expenses, and transactions, all of this is going to update for you automatically, in addition to what's left for you to save. So say your total budget's $5,500 and you want to have $5,500 in cash to pay for the project, you're going to be able to calculate that up here, and then this chart updates for you as well. On the left-hand side, this is going to automatically calculate for you too, so nothing you need to do there. And then if you have paint colors that you want to track, I know when doing home renovation projects myself, it's really nice to be able to track, okay, what did I purchase and for what, in case you ever need to purchase more paint in the future. Feel free to go ahead and add those items down here. And then what's really nice is this expense breakdown at the bottom. If you want to see where is all of my budget going, the percentages up here are helpful in terms of your expenses, but this is also just a nice visual for you to picture it down here as well. So going on to the next tab, the pro-con list, this is going to be really helpful if you haven't nailed down what home renovation project you want to complete first. So this would be a way, say you're debating between master bedroom, kitchen, and basement, and feel free to customize all of these and add in, pictures and whatnot there. What's really nice is you can type in pros and you can type in cons, and then you can give weight to these as well. And it's going to automatically calculate a score for you over here based on your total pros and cons. And what's really nice is either you and a spouse can do this, or you can do this alone. And you can really start to visualize, okay, which one should I do first based on the pros and cons that you put in. The next tab at the bottom is going to be a monthly schedule. This is really helpful if either you are doing the work yourself and you want to break it down what is happening where and when, or if you have a lot of contractors coming to your house doing the work for you and you're trying to manage all of their schedules and your own life as well. What's really nice about this is it's all customizable. So say you would like to customize this, you can go ahead and just select the time. So say you have someone come in from 5 to 6:30, you would select these cells here. You would click on this merge cells at the top, and you would type in the task or whatever is happening right there. And then it's just all customizable for you as well. The month start is going to pull from your budget planner as well. So it's going to just pull in the project start date for you. And then all of these days automatically calculate for you as well, giving you a full month of planning, which is nice. So let me just undo that. Hopping over to the to-do list. This is really good if you have a lot of things going on in your head and you want to get them down on paper. Go ahead and type them in here. You can use this checkbox, which will automatically cross off things on your to-do list. And it's just a nice visual. The contact information, I find this helpful. Again, if you do have a lot of contractors potentially working for different companies or working for themselves, it's a great way to either put down their business, phone number, email, all of their contact information in this sheet to have everything in one place. And then the very last tab is going to be your calendar. So right now, this is going to be 2023. I will say this calendar automatically updates. So once the new year, once 2024 comes around or years later than that, this calendar will go ahead and automatically update for you in Google Sheets. In Excel, I'm going to have different years for you available in there. But this is a nice visual. Sometimes people print it. Sometimes people highlight, in bold, or maybe, do a different color of certain dates that are important to remember. And it's just a nice visual to either have digitally or printed as well. So that summarizes the home renovation project tracker. I hope this is really helpful for you. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.